Everyone, welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and coffee stream episode 425. It is Monday and we are back after a weekend of really gross rainy weather. Unfortunately, we couldn't really do much outside. Pincalo got a bunch of yard work done, thankfully, but other than that, it's been a gross ass weekend. I hope everyone else has had a bit of a better weekend. But we're back with a coffee stream, and I'm actually doing it at noon today because my orientation and mobility instructor will be here later at 1:30. So I'm doing it at the actual proper time today. So I've got some stories that we can go through and take a look at and have a good stream. And I've actually got Twitter open already and a story open already, so yay me. Let's just see here. Yeah, I hope everyone's having had a good weekend. I hope that we're ready for Monday and the rest of the week. And let's get right into it, shall we? Good coffee. Okay. Let's go and share the screen because I have a story open already. All right. Okay. Let's take a look at this first story. Welcome to 12:01 p.m. Blind Ryan. Big update. Bad roommate moving out in October if not sooner. Daisy is leaving ASAP. Amber had to pull her off of Chip's face. Jesus Christ! So not only were you put in charge of both dogs, but the dog that wasn't even yours tried to face hug your service dog. Awesome. That's just amazing. Just fucking amazing. Hello, Costin. Hope you're doing well. You called. Hey, Duck Dog. Let's see here. So yes, here we are. We have this story. I'm sure those of you who have British followers on Twitter probably saw something about this yesterday. Where's the headline? Headline, where'd you go? There it is. Police investigate racist abuse of 3 England players. So let's take a look at this. This was posted about 5 hours ago by the Canadian Press. Okay, let's take a listen.
London, AP. British police opened investigations Monday into the racist abuse of 3 black players who missed penalties in England's shootout loss to Italy in the European Championship final.
Oh, what a way to lose. Oh. Good news, you got a new job. Nice, dude. Hey, Skep. Blind Ryan says, yep, and the bad roommate just expected me to take care of her. Honestly, the lesson I learned through all of this is that my rage sustains me through pain and stressful confrontation. Yeah. I guess rage energy is useful. Oh, I'm glad you have a new roommate lined up. Good. Good.
The Metropolitan Police condemned the unacceptable abuse of Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho and Bukayo Saka, and said they will be investigating the offensive and racist social media posts published soon after Italy won Sunday's shootout 3-2 after the match ended 1-1. You are currently on a text element.
So, okay. while I think it's disgusting that people went after these three people's skin color because their team lost the game, I don't know if it's necessarily something the police need to be involved in. You know what I mean? Hello, Fury Kitten.
The English Football Association said it was appalled by the disgusting behavior, adding that social media companies should take action to make their platforms free from this abhorrent abuse.
It's not okay, dude. Guys, come on. Does it really suck that you guys lost the final that way? Yeah. Okay? It sucks. I feel you. Okay? My team just lost their final in game 5 to the Tampa Bay Lightning for the Stanley Cup. They were super close to winning the Stanley Cup and they lost in game 5. Okay? I get it. It sucks. All right? And there are going to be some dumbasses on social media. People are going to express their outrage at losing in different ways. Some of it fine, some of it ridiculous. And I don't think the police need to be involved in this. I really don't. It's social media posts. Get a thicker skin and stop reading them.
We will do all we can to support the players affected while urging the toughest punishments possible for anyone responsible, the FA said. We will continue to do everything we can to stamp discrimination out of the game, but we implore government to act quickly and bring in the appropriate legislation so this abuse has real-life consequences.
Oh my God. What happened to being, like, thick-skinned and tough as a sports person? Let's see. He's been a friend who's for years, and he comes over every Wednesday for Magic with the Sighted People. Oh, okay. That's awesome. If your shit talking revolves on what someone looks like, you suck as a shit talker. Exactly. Exactly. I agree. I agree. Let's see. They are all whiny prima donnas now. I can tell. People wrote mean things about us online. Police, help. Oh, fuck you.
All three players targeted are part of a young England squad that has been widely praised for its diversity and social conscience. Rashford, for one, has been at the forefront of a campaign against child poverty, which convinced the British government to restore free lunches for thousands of poor children amid the coronavirus pandemic. Though British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said those responsible for this appalling abuse should be ashamed of themselves, he has faced criticism for emboldening those booing the England team for taking a knee before their matches to protest against racial injustice. You are currently on a text element inside of web. Last month, Johnson's spokesman said the Prime Minister is more focused on action rather than gestures. That comment led to widespread criticism that Johnson was effectively encouraging those booing to carry on. 3 days later, his spokesman changed tack, saying the Prime Minister respects the right of all people to peacefully protest and make their feelings known about injustices and that he wanted to cheer the team on and not boo. You are...
Why is the Prime Minister talking about people booing anybody? That's not his fucking job. His job is to fucking lead the country. Not shake a finger at people for either booing or not booing.
England coach Gareth Southgate described the abuse directed at the players as unforgivable. You are...
Okay. It's online posts. It's not like these people flooded the pitch afterwards and face to face hurled racial epithets at these three players and like threw food at them and shit. What are you guys talking about?
We have been a beacon of light in bringing people together, and people being able to relate to the national team, and the national team stands for everybody, and so that togetherness has to continue, Southgate said Monday.
Yeah, so ignore the idiots posting stupid racist shit online and focus on the people who do care about your team. Because I guarantee you, there are more of those people than the dumbasses posting stupid shit on Twitter. Okay? There's a little social media lesson for you. Cosby turned 84 today. Oh. Scribbles! Hello! Yeah, it's been overcast here as well, Duck Dog and Wiki. It's been very, very overcast and muggy for basically the weekend. So yeah, that's what's been going on over in the UK regarding that final. And seriously, that's a really crappy way to lose a game, is in penalty shots in overtime. That really sucks. Okay. So hopefully we won't get yeeted into the sun for this story, because this guy is half naked. But let's take a look here. So there's a guy on Saturday, apparently, who set a cross on fire on a Los Angeles church and rappelled down the building. And he was half naked. So we're going to take a look at that. And hopefully Susan won't be upset with me. Oh, is it plugged in? No, it's not. Where's the cable? There's the cable. I just knocked it down. The overhead light's on. There. Okay. I need to get over to StreamYard to share this. He really likes Virtua Fighter. Let's see here. Let's get to the screen share button here. There we go. Okay, share screen. So here we go. Let's see. So here we go. Watch. Half-naked man sets fire to cross atop LA church and then rappels down power lines to evade police. So, yeah. That's a thing that happened. Let's take a listen, shall we?
Los Angeles, a man was taken into custody after he climbed a 4-story Boyle Heights church, lit fire to a cross, and began jumping from roof to roof Wednesday.
So he was like parkouring. Okay.
Man in boxers allegedly sets fire to cross on church roof. Group. You are correct. End of. Man in... Half-naked man sets fire to... YouTube. Frame. YouTube.
There is a video. There is a video. He's in his boxers. Okay. Where's the play button? There it is. Okay.
Accused of trying to set a church on fire is in custody this morning after jumping over rooftops and sliding down power lines.
Listen to her try not to
CBS News' Cara
laugh.
Lindstrom is live in Boyle Heights with more on this bizarre scene. Cara, good morning.
Good morning, Suzanne. We spoke with a security guard who watches over this church and was the first to alert first responders last night. You can see all the scaffolding around the bell tower. He says there was a man climbing up that who was clearly distressed, yelling that people were trying to kill him. That church has been under renovations. That's why all the scaffolding is there. Neighbors watched what happened next in disbelief.
Oh, whoa! Oh, like something out of a Mission Impossible movie you just saw right there.
Sky 2 overhead as the man set the cross on top of the bell tower on fire. Fortunately, that burned out. He also tried to knock over another rooftop cross and stripped down to his boxer shorts and a sock for about an hour.
Just one sock?
By jumping from rooftop to rooftop and swinging on cable lines. The security guard tells us when he first noticed the man and his erratic behavior, he tried to talk to him.
I wanted to see what's going on. When I looked up, he was up on
That's
the
funny.
platforms, and all he kept saying was, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So the first thing I said was, don't do it then, because I'm scared of height, and I'm not coming up to get you. So I called my boss. For a minute, we thought he was going to jump. He climbed all the way to the top. He was throwing shingles off at the police, the fire department, people that were standing around. As the night went along, he hopped off the side and he went on a foot chase.
Yeah, this guy is clearly...
Now, eventually, police did get that man into custody and took him to a local hospital. At one point, he did go into a nearby apartment. Fortunately, nobody was hurt, and firefighters were able to ensure the fire didn't spread to any other areas of this historic church. It does date back to 1896, the very first parish to serve this area. Security guard James Thomas there tells us, DeMarco and Suzanne, that he could tell this man needed some help, and he just hopes he now gets it. It was just that security guard's second day on the job.
God damn! Holy shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's just that he clearly does need some help. Well, at least while working in security, I must admit I would have thought beyond my pay grade. There was a movie called A Man with One Red Shoe, I think. That's funny. The Man in One Sock, yep. Were his pants on fire? No. He just stripped down to his boxers. Okay, here we go. Next story. Man, second day on the job and you have to deal with some dude like setting things on fire and running around in one sock and his boxers. That's... You got the knockout? Good job. Or just call BetterHelp. Would that help require Arkham Asylum? There's a slang term about getting one's shit in one's sock. Maybe he's a seaman. Okay. So here we go. Okay. Okay. Share. It sounds like Alex beat Virtua Fighter, or the arcade game, or the arcade thing. Okay. Shh, he keeps his cocaine in there. Well, hello, Logic Pro 10 Gaming. Welcome, welcome. And guys, yes, please keep an eye on the Streamlabs links. My birthday is this month on the 27th, and any donations that I get, I'm gonna put towards. I'm hoping to go visit my best friend for a few days in August, because we haven't been able to see each other for more than like an hour for almost. I haven't spent time with her since before I was pregnant with my youngest. So yeah, any donations will be going towards that trip. Let's see. Wikipedia snippet says, is that thunder I hear, or is that a machine? Have a sub. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Ontario movie theaters facing arbitrary and unreasonable reopening restrictions. So this is posted from the Canadian Press, or by the Canadian Press, I should say, not from the Canadian Press. That is not how you English press. Okay.
Toronto, Ontario movie theaters will be back in business on Friday as the province moves into step 3 of reopening in the heat of summer movie season. But strict capacity limits have sent a chill through exhibitors' hopes of drawing the big crowds for the latest blockbusters.
Well, that's okay. Most of the latest blockbusters suck anyways. What's up, sweetie?
I beat the game.
You beat the arcade?
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
But by defeating the bubble.
By defeating the bubble lady?
Yep. They turn blue and then armor.
She turns blue and then gets armor?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, good thing I defeated her.
That is a good thing.
With her armor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you defeat her with your big belly?
No, I was using a kung fu character.
Oh, the kung fu character?
Yep. And he beats the game with me.
Yeah? What game are you going to play now? You gonna play Minecraft?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I hate using this small controller, Mom.
I know, but the big controller's not working. This is better than the news. What, listening to Alex tell us about the character in Virtua Fighter?
Yep, I defeated her. Yeah, I defeated her.
You defeated her. I know you did. High five. Yeah, we've got Minecraft on the PlayStation, but it's not accessible. Like, it talks, like it'll tell you the grid, but it doesn't tell you like what resources you have or don't have, or any, like, it doesn't tell you anything useful. It just speaks the grid. Let's see here. Let's see.
It's another twist in the storyline for movie exhibitors that hope to recover whatever business they can from what's usually the busiest time of the year. You are correct.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, movie theaters are kind of going out of by the roadside anyways, because, like, nobody wants to pay the movie ticket prices because they're stupid. Nobody wants to pay movie theater prices for food because it's stupid. Like, everybody would just rather stay home and rent it on their devices, or, like, wait till it comes out and buy it digital. Like, movie theaters are going kind of by the wayside. I've noticed drive-ins are coming back on it, actually, which is kind of cool.
Making those goals tougher are the province's new COVID-19 rules, which say cinemas can operate at a maximum capacity of 50% inside each auditorium and a cap of 1,000 people within the entire building.
Jesus Christ! A cap of 1,000 people in every building, and only 50% per theater? How are they supposed to make any money? Exactly, Duck Dog. For half the price, I can go to a drive-in and be in my own car, have some drinks. The food there is half price. It's half the price of a popcorn and large soda deal. Yeah. Yeah, Minecraft is different on the consoles than it is on the on the consoles than the PC. Drive-in movies have been making a big comeback in my city, says Logic Pro 10. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of that. You can get a big television really cheap anyways these days. Exactly. A lot of people either have big TVs, or more and more people are putting, like, projectors and stuff in their basements. Like, nobody wants to go to the theaters anymore.
Ellis Jacob, chief executive of the country's largest exhibitor, Cineplex Incorporated, said it's those overarching capacity limits that it considers unfair, as they put all theaters, no matter their size, under the same restrictions.
Oh, wow. So even the little tiny, like, 2 or 3 auditorium theaters for small cities, that's crazy.
Smaller cinemas with fewer screens, for instance, will need to follow the same guidelines as megaplexes that often have more than 20, which could mean Cineplex will be forced to turn away moviegoers at some of its bigger locations.
Yeah. Like, there's, in our city, we've got 2 big Cineplex theaters. We've got one up at the north end and one way down in the south end. But there's also a smaller theater that is here that does kind of like your, Tuesday nights for half price, your like they'll do replays of, like, some older movies and stuff like that. And they're a smaller theater. I think they have, like, 3 screens. Yeah, for the price, I was just about to say, for the price of a year and some change of movie theater visits, you could put a projector in your house. Exactly. Logic. They have a campaign in my local area to upgrade a local drive to to digital technology, and they succeeded. Oh, awesome. My local drive-in is operating after years of being shut down. See, drive-ins are great. I went to a drive-in once, and we were actually only supposed, I think it was a double feature. We saw Men in Black first, And actually, I think we didn't know it was a double feature because we were about to leave, and then The Fifth Element came on, and that's where I saw The Fifth Element for the first time, was at a drive-in with my mom and my uncle. Yeah. Drive-ins are great. Projectors aren't even that expensive anymore. I just priced one out for about $200. Wow. That is not expensive at all. Like for a projector, that is not expensive.
Jacob said he anticipates the summer will be characterized by pent-up demand similar to what he's observed in other reopened Canadian markets.
Yeah.
Theaters in Ontario have been closed longer than anywhere else in North America, with locations in the Greater Toronto Area shuttered for 9 months.
Jesus.
With titles such as F9, the latest in the Fast and Furious franchise, and Marvel's Black Widow already on standby, and Space Jam, a new legacy, and G.I. Joe action flick Snake Eyes set for later this month, Jacob suggested some cinemas might near capacity limits for Stage 3.
Yeah. Guess what? Don't want to watch any of those. Especially Space Jam. Leave Space Jam alone. They always put the worst one last, lol. Yeah. Now I want to watch Space Jam. Like the good Space Jam.
It's going to be a full slate of films, he said.
It's going to be a full slate of disappointing films, is what you should have said.
It's a problem Canadian exhibitors didn't need to consider last summer as the virus gripped Hollywood. At that time, only a handful of notable new releases were sent to North American theaters, which forced exhibitors to pad their schedules with old favorites, including Jurassic Park and The Goonies. So much is different this year. U.S. theaters have been open for months, distancing measures stateside have been relaxed, and vaccinated ticket holders don't require masks at many of the big chains.
Yeah.
Ontario isn't expected to take similar steps anytime soon. All moviegoers will be required to wear masks, and Stage 3 rules will be in effect until at least early August.
Fuck that! First off, they want to cap to 50% capacity, and people still have to wear a mask while they're sitting there watching a movie? No. Fuck that. I wouldn't go. If I knew I had to sit there and fucking wear a mask for 2 hours while I'm watching a movie, fuck no. I'm not doing that. People complained how they toned down Lola Bunny. Yeah. Yeah, they did. They did a lot of things.
The Movie Theatre Association of Canada responded to Ontario's latest reopening plan with a statement that at once celebrated the return of Ontario cinemas while lambasting the government for arbitrary and unreasonable restrictions. The organization has pushed for cinemas to reopen for months, highlighting a lack of consultation from the province or consistency across the country.
Yeah.
The association said Alberta has no capacity limits on theaters, while Saskatchewan won't when it moves into the next stage of reopening on Sunday. Quebec allows 250 people in an auditorium, while British Columbia's rules fall in line with Ontario's 50% limit. The Atlantic provinces vary in capacity from 50% to full capacity, while Manitoba's cinemas are still closed.
Jesus Christ, everybody is doing different things. What the hell? This is crazy. A genuine smorgasbord of disappointment. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Cinemas in Canada have welcomed more than 7 million guests during the pandemic, and not a single case of COVID-19 has been traced back to the movies, the association said. Dr. Kieran Moore, Ontario's Chief Medical Officer of Health, explained on Friday that while the reopening plans move forward, he remains concerned about the presence of the Delta and Lambda variants. The Delta strain is currently dominant in the province.
Okay, are we just gonna go through the entire Greek alphabet of variations? Like, seriously, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, lambda, epsilon, like, are we really about to do this? Are we gonna get to the omega variant? Happy Monday, check your logic.
This report by the Canadian Press was first published July 10, 2021.
So yeah, that's what's going on with movie theaters. I didn't realize it was going to be that restrictive. That's crazy. There's no point in going to the movies at that point. Like, honestly, like, I'm not looking forward to when I go to visit my friend, because I'm planning on taking the train. And what was I gonna say? I guarantee you I'm gonna have to wear a mask on the train. It's just gonna be annoying as fuck. That's all. Like, so where am I here? I have some other stories here. Come on. Open, damn you. There we go. Okay. So we move from... Okay, so we're going to look at this story here that I found. So there's a city called Cambridge that's near us. And this poor guy in Cambridge has a rat problem. We miraculously get a new strain every time it becomes politically expedient. You've noticed that too, have you? They only have 24 Greek letters. I had to look it up. I just watched the episode of Chernobyl where the miner tells the safety executive if the masks worked, you'd be wearing them. Brilliant. Okay. Let's get this shared here. Let's get to the share screen button. There we go. Come along, computer. There we go. Okay. So this story is from the Cambridge Times. Okay, here we go. Reminded me of the Omega Man with Charlton Heston. Yeah. I Am Legend is basically the same story. Yeah, it is. The Upsilon variant. Yep. Or the Theta variant, or the Iota variant, or the Omicron variant, or the Mu, or Nu, or Sigma, or Tau variants. My mom studied Greek, and I used to be able to recite the Greek alphabet when I was like 5 or 6. I used to be like alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, eta, theta, zeta, iota, kappa, lambda. Chernobyl was great. Can't wait for the sequel. I haven't watched it. I should take it. COVID fraternity. Yes, exactly. I should really take a look at that show. I heard it was good. Okay, where's the headline here? Things to do? I don't care about things to do. I need I need the headline here. So this guy said, the title of the article is, I've been breached. So this guy, let's Let's take a look. I've been breached. Cambridge man at wit's end as rats invade his home. So let's take a look. This is from today. So it says Daryl Little is losing the war. Let's take a look here.
Daryl Little is losing the war. I've been breached, noted the Cambridge resident, as just last week he found the remnants of a piece of paneling in the drop ceiling of his basement apartment had been chewed through.
Oh
You are currently on a
no.
text element. The rat, which he believes is the culprit, still hasn't been found. The war he's been battling with the rodents has lasted for more than a year, but, until now, they haven't got by the inner walls of his concession road flat. That's not to say they haven't been closed, as each night he's heard them scurrying through the walls. You are correct.
And why? I'm guessing he's going to the news now because his landlord has done nothing. So you were all ready to join a sorority. Let's see.
Nothing has worked. The 53-year-old, on a fixed income, has, along with the other renter in his half of a duplex, invested in traps, steel cans for garbage, glue strips, moving recycling bins to a safer area, and putting spray foam in any openings around the foundation of the home. Nothing has worked. Not everybody has money to throw at the problem, Little said.
Well, no, your landlord should be helping you with this.
People are living to just get through. How are they going to do it? Little has gone as far as polling neighbors, and they have seen the same problem. He thinks with the issue that widespread, it should go beyond the homeowner to fix the problem, especially when he's read stories that rats are being uprooted by construction, road projects, and lack of food from restaurant closures during the pandemic.
Absolutely, they should be, like, if this isn't a rental complex, the landlords need to be taking care of this problem.
They're not just cleaning out the peanut butter jars, they're eating the whole jar. These are
Oops.
They're not just cleaning out the peanut butter jars, they're eating the whole jar. These are next level rats, he said about their voracious appetite. You are heading level 2. Related content. Link.
Let's see if there's more. Yeah.
Daryl Little has found rats everywhere around the outside of his apartment, chewing into and through wood, plastic, and even his ceiling. Image.
Jesus.
You are currently... The city, however, does not become involved in issues with pests unless the owner is not in compliance with property standards.
So, you're in an apartment. You're renting. Why aren't you going to your landlord?
Third party Dan Smith, manager of bylaw compliance, noted if the city does issue a notice of compliance to the homeowner for contributing to the issue, leaving food available for the rats, for example, and if the property owner does not remedy it, the city will send a contractor to mitigate the issue at the property owner's expense.
Jesus Christ.
Little, while admitting the rat problem has him highly stressed, doesn't want to upset the homeowner. His fear, based on landlords he has rented from in the past. Little, while admitting the rat problem has him highly stressed, doesn't want to upset the homeowner. His fear, based on landlords he has rented from in the past, is people who rock the boat get thrown overboard. With a decent rent and his income, he doesn't want to be forced out. You are currently on...
Okay, but they can't force you out if they're not... Dude. Go to the landlord-tenant board. Because it's the building... If it's the building I'm thinking of, that landlord's a piece of shit. Oh. Okay. My building had serious rat problems when I was in New York City. Oh. Stainless steel rats.
I'm afraid to stir the pot too much, he said. You are currently...
Well, if all of you get together, they can't throw you all out.
Little doesn't seem to be the only one on the wrong end of a rodent roundup. As Smith said, rat complaints have been received in all areas of the city, similar to other municipalities. This year, we have seen a couple issues that have taken more time to resolve, mostly due to maintenance issues on the property. We are taking all necessary steps to work with property owners to resolve these concerns, Smith said. The action on some of those complaints could be seen at local stores selling pest deterrents, while Bowman's Home Hardware in Preston hasn't seen a change in the sales of deterrents, according to sales associate Tammy Mathers. Both Canadian Tire stores in the city have sent traffic to that aisle. Frank McDougall, store manager at the Highland Shopping Centre Canadian Tire on Dundas Street North, maintains sales in that area have been pretty steady. Couldn't say for sure if there was an increase from last year as he wasn't the manager at the store. Cameron Copping, store manager at the Smart Centres Canadian Tire on Pine Bush Road, said while he hasn't looked at the numbers, it seems like they are directing more people to pest deterrents this year to battle not only rats, but mice and lamantria disper, LDD moths.
Yeah, the gypsy moths. Did they seriously just... Wait, let me see that. Let me see what they did to the word gypsy. Hold on. The gypsy moths, yeah.
It looks like we're selling more over last year, copying set of rat deterrents. York Little thinks it is time for Big Brother to help residents. I feel the city should be doing something, but I don't know what that is. That's not in my wheelhouse, he said. Horizontal splitter.
No, the landlords in that area need to be doing something. It's not the city's job, it's the landlord's job. And you guys do need to say something. He needs a terrier trained for ratting or ferret. Yes! Ferrets are awesome. Let's see here. There's even a breed called a rat terrier. Yes, that I knew. Okay, let's do one more story and then I need to get ready for my lesson. So now we're moving from movie theaters to resorts. Oh, god damn it. I just heard a cat knock something over. I will be right back. I'm going to check something and then I will be right back to finish this story here. Let me just mute. Let me just mute really quick and go check out what that silly noise was from the cat. Because I know I wasn't Alex. Because Alex would have been in here by now going, "Mommy, I'm sorry. I knocked something down by accident." And since he's not doing that, it was a cat. I will be right back. Okay, I found out what it was. The cat jumped up on the table and knocked off a spray bottle. It's been fixed. Okay. Oh, are we talking about cats leaving wonderful gifts for people? You know what's really fun is when you're blind and your stepmother's cat leaves a turned inside out mouse. And you obviously don't see it and you step on it in your bare feet. That's super fun. Super duper fun. That's I loved stepping on that mouse. That was amazing. Not. Been there, done that. Yeah. All right, let's get to this news article here. Oh, first, while I'm in the StreamYard thing, maybe I should share the screen. I was literally about to leave the StreamYard page, only to have to go back to the StreamYard page to share the screen. Oh, my friend Candace is talking. Okay, where am I here? Where's that headline? Oh, headline, where the fuck are you? There it is. Okay. Nova Scotia resort backs down from restricting guests to only Atlantic Canadians. I should hope so. So this was posted July 12th, so today. Okay. So White Point Beach Resort is what we're talking about. Okay, let's take a listen.
Fully vaccinated Canadians are allowed to come to Nova Scotia without any self-isolation requirements, but at least one South Shore resort wasn't ready to welcome them with open arms.
Yeah.
White Point Beach Resort. Link. Implemented a policy in July 20. Chrome has only allowed. Link. Implemented a policy in July 2020 that only allowed guests who reside in Atlantic Canada. The resort has turned travelers away based on that policy.
Okay.
But on Monday morning, after this story was originally published, the resort informed prospective guests it will begin welcoming Canadians from outside the Atlantic region beginning Wednesday. You are currently on. Ontario resident Kelsey McLaren and her 4-year-old daughter were turned away from the resort on June 18th after driving 2 hours from Halifax, where they've been living for several months, to Chicken. You are
Wow. So, okay, wait. So they were living in Halifax for several months. And they were still... turned away. I have a friend named... Yes, I do have a friend named Candy.
I disagree with the policy, said McLaren. I think it's entirely arbitrary, and it's not following provincial guidelines or the medical advice the province is following.
No, it's not.
McLaren, who has lived in Toronto since 2014, is originally from Nova Scotia and returned to her home province in April and completed the mandatory 14-day self-isolation period. Her driver's license and health card are from Ontario, where she plans to return in the fall. Their reservation at White Point was made by one of McLaren's friends, who is a Nova Scotia resident. The friend checked in with no issue.
Wow. I know a guy who has relatives in Nova Scotia. Okay.
But when McLaren and her daughter arrived and showed an Ontario ID, they were told to leave. You are currently on a list 1 item. Book link. End of list. Heading level 2. I don't really get it. You are currently on a tech link. Policy is listed on the resort's website. And states government issued photo ID is required upon check-in as proof of residency. McLaren said it didn't occur to her to check the website beforehand because she's been visiting businesses in the province for several months with no issue.
Right.
You are currently... She spoke with Dylan Meisner, the manager of the resort, and offered to show proof that she had been in the province since April, that she had completed the mandatory quarantine requirements, and that she gets regular rapid tests for COVID-19. Kelsey McLaren, seen with her sleeping daughter in the back seat of their car, had a booking at White Point but was ultimately told she couldn't stay there. Submitted.
Wow.
Fully vaccinated. White Point.
That's insane. That is insane. That, like, what the hell? Hey, Spittlebuggies. That's just absolutely ridiculous. To be that arbitrary. That's just, I'm, wow. People are getting ridiculous about this. This is, enough's enough. Like, seriously, enough is enough. Let's see here. Okay, so that brings us to 12:55, and my instructor will be here fairly soon, so I should get ready. But I do want to thank everybody for watching. I really appreciate everybody hanging up and hanging out with me. And please come by tonight to Twitch at 11 o'clock p.m. We'll be playing some more Mortal Kombat. And thank you all for watching here. And remember to come back on Wednesday for Wednesdays with Skep. And I'll see you guys on Twitch tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.